Sorry.
Hi, my name is Dustin, and I love dinosaurs.
Dang it!
Hi, I'm Dustin,
And I'm Zach.
and we love dinosaurs. That was pretty good. That worked out pretty well. High five.
What is a dinosaur?
That's a really good question. Zach, that is a great question. Especially for the first episode of a show that's all about dinosaurs, we should probably establish exactly what is a dinosaur. Dinosaurs were the first group of animals that completely abandoned life in the seas. They were the first animals to be like, you know what? Peace out, ocean. I'm going to live exclusively on land. The first habitually terrestrial animals on planet Earth. So, in order to determine what is a dinosaur and what isn't a dinosaur, it's kind of similar to determining what is a cat and what is not a cat. Taxonomists are scientists that classify groups of organisms based on shared characteristics. And that's kind of how we know when we see like a puma or an ocelot, even if we've never seen it before, we can pretty much figure out that's a member of the cat family.
The fur, the four legs, the tail, the teeth, the ears,
Yeah.
the habitat.
So, taxonomists and paleontologists classify dinosaurs as dinosaurs based on certain shared characteristics. And there's a whole suite of these, the most important of which are probably certain positioning of holes in the skull, vertebral morphology being basically just a fancy science word for shape. Dinosaurs were the first group of animals that put their legs directly under their body. They have a ball and socket joint in their pelvis that allows their legs to come straight down under their body. If you are a crocodile or an alligator, or most reptiles, you got your arms splayed out to the side. You're kind of inefficiently locomoting with a side-to-side movement that's kind of reminiscent of when they used to live in water and they had fins that needed to be pushing water from side to side. So dinosaurs were like, peace out, I'm going on land. It's not gonna be very efficient for me to move if I have legs splayed to the side, kind of doing this weird side-to-side motion. So
Sounds exhausting.
it is. I've tried it once for an entire day. So you put your legs directly under your body. It's much more easy, not only just to stand here. Does it take a lot of energy right now?
No?
No, you just got to balance. And then when it comes time to move, when it comes time to locomote, you can do it much more efficiently and move a lot faster. But that's not the only thing that makes a dinosaur a dinosaur. Do you want to know what else makes a dinosaur, and you not a dinosaur?
Yes.
Of course you do. And that brings us to the thing of the week. According to our flowchart, are you a dinosaur? Step 1, are your legs directly under your body?
Yes.
Yes, legs are directly under bodies. All right, check. Big check. Step 2, scales and feathers.
No.
I don't think so either. No scales, no feathers, not a dinosaur. Sorry, man.
So anything that has its legs directly underneath its body
Yes.
and scales or feathers
Yes.
is a dinosaur.
Everything that I have found. If you can find something that disproves this flowchart, please let me know. Can you think of an animal that just happens to have their legs directly on their body, but does have scales or feathers?
Birds.
Birds, absolutely right. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother episode. As always, leave your questions and comments in the sedimentary layers below, and don't forget to subscribe by hitting the fancy red button right here. And remember, whether you're searching for dinosaurs, asking questions, or simply flossing, never stop digging.
Okay. I know there's an echo. Hello? Is it that bad? It's not that bad. Okay. Locke, thank you for the 5 months. Courtney for the 4 months. Wist with the 5. Mason with the 4. Pandemonium with the 9 months. And Bruthless for the 4. Really, really appreciate that, guys. I'm sorry. Pushpin, thank you for the 2 months. X Silent with the Twitch Prime. And Demas with the Twitch Prime. Also, the stock guy is in chat. Hello. Nice to meet you. I understand that, just don't talk as loud. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay really close to the mic and just talk kind of quieter for today. It's not going to be this bad forever. I just need to put furniture in here, but there's no furniture. There's not a lot of furniture in my house right now. So, AKA Jay, thank you for the 6 months. Lou Bros, thank you for the 2 months. Yeah, no furniture in my house, right? I moved in Monday. I really, really like it here. I just found out that sloths grab their own arms, thinking they're branches, and then fall to their death. How do I recover from this? Yeah, nature's a crazy thing. So you're gonna learn some cool stuff today. Spongy, thank you for the 6 months. And Riz, thank you for the 4 months. Guys, I'm back. I'm sorry that I couldn't stream Monday. I'm sorry that I couldn't stream Wednesday. But 1 a.m., thank you for the 2 months. But I'm back. I'm here. Welcome to the first stream in the new house. Welcome to the new house. Huge. It's so nice. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to stream here. I'm not in a corner anymore. I need to get a new desk because I'm still at my stupid desk. But it's pretty nice. I got a Kekona corner over there, and that's all that's in the room right now. But I didn't realize it was so Kekona, and so it's just, that's the hat that Purple Martin gave me, and then the thing that Welsh gave me, and then the thing that American Eagle Foundation gave me, and I wanted it all there, and then I was like, wow, this is literally like a shrine for America. Spoon with $20. Land Before Time podcast, Why People Happy. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. Today, we're talking to... I thought I just missed something, sorry. Oh, there's a hype train. Oh, there is a bug. Hey! What's that? Oh, that's not a bug. It's not a bug. It's a Mulan feather. Join. Thank you for the 5 bits. God, Andy was $77. Is there a ban appeal? Also, yo. We'll do one at some point. Why did you get 77? Okay. Huge start. Today we're talking to Dustin Growick, okay? His socials are the Dinosaur Whisperer on Instagram. Dude knows a lot about dinosaurs. This is the Conservation Cast. What do dinosaurs have to do with conservation? They're extinct. First of all, wrong. Second of all, Gavin, thank you for the 2 months. Birds are dinosaurs. So we may talk about that a little bit. And there's also a lot to learn in terms of conservation from dinosaurs. Reducto with $100, because who didn't love dinosaurs growing up? Exactly. So I was hesitant to do a dinosaur podcast for a really long time, but I figured this is our first podcast in Texas. Let's just have some fun and talk about sick dinosaurs, right? I told him, when I asked him for a media list, I literally just said, the coolest stuff that you have, send it over. Rocky with the 4 months. Thank you so much. So we're just going to talk about cool dinosaurs. I'm Bori with 6 months. Again, there's a lot to learn for conservation. 100% on the hype train. Huge. There's a lot to learn for conservation, with mass extinctions, with adaptations, after extinctions, and with the domino effect that comes with extinction. Botox with $100. Botox couldn't make it, but sent me $100 to send on his behalf of the donos. People cheer, what? That's so nice. John Smith with the Twitch Prime and Cause with the 9 months. Botox. Botox is the real deal. People cheer Botox. Amazing. Ice Legend with the 5 months. Thank you. So today we're going to talk to Dustin about a bunch of cool stuff. A couple changes for today. if you have a question, you can do #ask. Thank Not William for this bot. If you do Street with $20, thank you so much. Wood, thank you for the Twitch Prime. If you do #ask and you ask a question, it'll go straight into a Google Sheet for me, and they'll be filtered in there. But that's how this works from now on. It looks like Zach, but thank you for the $3. So that's how questions will be asked today. Otherwise, we're just going to go through some of the pictures that Dustin sent me, because they're really, really cool pictures. I'm super interested in them, so we'll talk about that. We'll then talk about birds a little bit and about how dinosaurs relate to conservation, because this is the conservation cast. Kavras with a tier 3 for 6 months. Gold gang. Okay, thank you, Kavras. Cars with a $10. Insane. Thank you. Am I missing anything? There will be a quiz at the end of the podcast. You guys already know. For the quiz, I'll write 5 questions throughout the podcast. You'll have 20 seconds to answer each question. Whoever answers the questions the fastest and the most correctly wins. And if you win, you either get a gifted sub to my channel, or if you're not already subbed to this channel, then you get a gifted sub to a channel of your choice. Or you can donate another $5 to the cause. The cause today, that's what I'm forgetting. Yasmina, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Today, we're raising money for Dinos 101, which is the show that Dustin puts on YouTube. He also does Zoom calls. He's super, super active online and educating people about dinosaurs. And one of the reasons that I picked Dustin as a guest for this week is he has some unparalleled enthusiasm about teaching people about dinosaurs. And he really understands that dinosaurs are so cool that they work as a really, really cool gateway to science and to people getting into science. So let's talk to Dustin today. I don't think that I'm missing anything else. I'm a little bit frazzled. I was a minute late to this podcast, which really stresses me out, but we're in the new house. I'm really happy here. I really, really like it. Acero is really, really happy where he's at. Mulan is super happy. My dog's really happy. So everything is really good. And let's do it. Let's do our first podcast about dinosaurs. And somehow we're already at $331.28. So let's call Dustin up. We'll ask him about Dinos 101. We'll ask him about his history a little bit, and then we'll start talking about dinosaurs. I'm so excited. So if you have questions, you can do #ask, okay? And I probably won't answer all of them because there's already a fair amount in the doc, but I'll ask some of them as we go through. Cinemark, thank you for the 572. All right, let's do it, boys. Cherry, thank you for the 4 months. I'll be back.
I should probably mute the. Can you hear the conservation cast music? There we go. That's probably better. Okay, there we go.
All right. Let's see. I can hear you. This might be a little scuffed, boys. It's gonna do the thing. I think.
I can hear you.
Did the thing. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Okay, hold on. All right. I think we're good to go.
And I'm back. I shouldn't see you on Discord, right? I'm just seeing you. Okay.
Yeah, you'll just be hearing me.
Oh, cool.
Cool. So how are you? I talked to you earlier today, but how's it going?
Great. It's been a busy day, but I'm excited to nerd out about dinosaurs per usual.
Me too. Yeah, that's what I was telling them in the intro. Is you're like so enthusiastic, and who doesn't love dinosaurs? My chat has already shown that they really, really like dinosaurs. We're at $337 in donations already for Dinos 101. So before we get into our nerding out, can you tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then tell us about what their donations are going to today?
Sure. So I am a science communicator and a museum consultant. I've always worked in museums. I used to work at the American Museum of Natural History, and that's where I fell back in love with dinosaurs. Because you mentioned it before, dinosaurs are a gateway drug to science.
For sure.
They're the greatest group of animals to have ever existed. And so I do a YouTube channel as well as Instagram. And since this quarantine has started, I was like, what can I do to help out some way while stuck in this weird lofted space I'm in right now? And so I'm going to do like a Dino 101 on Zoom literally every day at noon, just to get people together and give them some fun and light and love and nerd out at a time when people need an escape. So it's been really fun. We've done 44 in a row, I think. Today was the 44th day in a row.
Holy cow.
At noon Eastern. So yeah, you guys come check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Games, you nerd out, good times.
Yeah, I was super, super bummed that I couldn't join the two. I saw you do 2 Zoom calls. Maybe it was more. Your dinosaur sex ones. I was trying to explain to my chat that I thought that would be so cool to learn about. And they're like, that's weird.
So I do, the ones that we do at noon are like PG, right? Because we have a lot of kids that are stuck at home. But we're like, yo, we got to do one on a Friday night and do dinosaur sex. So we did like a 9 p.m. on a Friday night drinking game version of Dino 101, all about dino sex, which was very fun.
That's amazing. We'll talk more about that later because I have questions and I know they have a lot of questions. There are so many questions in here. Oh my gosh.
Yo, questions are the bread and butter of science. Let's go.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. Okay, where should we start? Maybe can we start with pictures? Let's put up.
Sure.
Let's go. Can we do the picture with him standing in front of those? What are the skeletons? I think that's in a museum. I can't tell. Megan with the $4.20. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Megan.
Megan said, proud of you for trying new technology, Dustin.
I know which Megan this is.
That's great. And Bernie, thank you. Okay, so we have a picture on screen right now. Here, maybe I can send it to you.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about this.
So that is at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. That is on the 4th floor. There are 4 fossil halls, 2 of which are all dinosaurs. This is one of the 2. I'm going into like tour guide mode, I just realized. That is Edmontosaurus, which is a duck-billed hadrosaur. Actually, it's the first, and the funny thing about it, not in this museum, but in a different one, a different hadrosaur was the first dinosaur ever put on display in a museum in the United States. Cool. So you could say like hadrosaurs like that kind of started it all, at least in America.
Nice. And so you said you were in museum tour guide mode. So were you doing tours at this museum?
So I first worked there in education, and then I've been doing my own independent stuff, and I'm doing tours now independently as well. So it's not like I'm employed by the museum, so you can come on a private tour with me at the museum. Mm-hmm. And it's been a ton of fun, and I've learned a lot, and that's been my major job, not side gig job over the past 5 years, is to go to museums and basically do trainings on how to improve experiences, how to improve tours, how to improve storytelling, how to improve science communication to get more people excited about the spaces and the animals and science. For sure.
So how'd you get into YouTube then? Or when did you start YouTube?
So during these tours, we asked people to take a lot of pictures, like dino selfies and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so I made an Instagram account and it kind of blew up.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, I've always wanted to do something on video. Maybe I'll transfer this audience to that platform. But as you know, it's hard to transfer people from one platform to another. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted to use YouTube as a space to practice different types of science communication as a demonstration of value of some sort of sciencey host, and just get better at doing it. Mm-hmm. And it's funny that you showed before the first one I ever made.
Yeah.
Looking back, you're so preoccupied with everything being like looking perfect. But if there's one thing this daily Dino 101 has taught me, is like, you just got to do it. Whatever you want to be doing, you have to be doing it in some iteration all the time. And that's how you get better at it.
For sure. You guys can do command guest. It'll take you to all his socials, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. That's cool. So your Dinos 101, is that like you use Zoom and you have a conversation with another like scientist, biologist, or how do you pick?
So it's been over 40 days in a row doing dinosaur specific 1 hour shows. And so after the first few, I just knew that we'd start to come up with more ideas. And depending on the topic, sometimes there are guest experts. Like we had an osteologist, her name is Yara Haridi. She's great. We came and talked about bones and bone diseases and how you can see that evidence of that in the fossil record. We had Imogene Cancellari, who's a big cat expert.
Yeah, we've had her on this podcast.
Yeah, she's great. And so we talked about, like, if you look at the physical adaptations and the environments of apex predators today, which are cats, the biggest apex predators on every continent, except for maybe the Arctic, what can we infer about the way they move, the way they hunt, the way they work together when we look at adaptations in dinosaurs when we can't actually watch them move together and hunt together?
Yeah.
So that was a really good conversation.
Solorion, thank you for the $20. I appreciate that. And Dazzy with the Twitch Prime, appreciate that as well. Yeah, you've talked to Imogen. I also saw that you talked to Jason Ward. We've had him on the podcast too. Big bird guy. We have birds to talk about today. we love birds here. Speaking of birds.
No, wait, I have to plug this then.
Okay.
So next Friday at 9 p.m., I do a show called Versus, which is like a science debate show. And so there's 2 guest experts. And then there's 2 people like hype men. And so it's myself and Jason Ward going against my friend Zach and Corey Evans, who's a big fish guy on Twitter. So we're doing scales versus feathers. And so Jason Ward and I are going hard in the paint for Team Bird.
That's sick. So, I love that.
Next Friday. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Cool. So birds. You said that you were going to bring this up. I brought it up very briefly in the intro. Can we pull up the picture with the chart? Is it a dinosaur? Can you tell us a little bit about this chart and about our bird friends?
Sure. About the chart and about our bird friends. So when we say dinosaurs are extinct, we mean all non-avian, non-flying dinosaurs are extinct. So every single species of bird you see on the planet today isn't just descended from dinosaurs. They are dinosaurs. And so dinosaurs are a group of animals, just like felines are a group of animals, right? And so scientists, taxonomists, namely, use specific features to classify and categorize them together as a group. And so with dinosaurs, there's a whole set of physical features. Birds have the necessary features to make them part of that group. But like, I'm not going to go through like the 30 different like shape and size ratio of holes in the head and like vertebral column stuff. It's much easier. I try to boil down. That's what this little flow chart is. Mm-hmm. So if you look at any animal, you can figure out if it's a dinosaur, if it's A, got its legs directly under its body, and B, it has scales or feathers.
Yeah.
If it has both of those, alive or dead, it is a dinosaur, save for a tiny little exception because that's how science works.
That's so crazy. Guys, birds are dinosaurs. There you go.
Yeah.
Survivor with the 2 months, thank you. So Lovely Hash Browns tipped $20, Spoon tipped $38.80, and Bernie tipped $38.80. The $38.80 were...
I love Lovely Hash Browns. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good name. They both tipped to get us to the $400 goal, but they did it at the same time. So now we're at $458.80. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so we've done a couple of the pictures. There are so many questions.
Yeah.
Let me just... Okay, so somebody asked, are chickens dinosaurs? So I think we just kind of answered that. Mm-hmm. Difficult question. And this is, we always ask this to our guests who are like species specific or bird people or whatever. Protech asked, what's your favorite dinosaur?
It's a tie between Parasaurolophus and Deinonychus. Thank you for asking.
Oh my gosh, can you spell that?
I used to always say, I can't choose. It's like picking a favorite child. But, if I'm being real, it's a tie between Parasaurolophus and Deinonychus.
Rolophus. Okay, I'm going to try to show them pictures here, but I'm trying to spell that correctly.
Do you want me to describe Parasaurolophus while you look it up?
I have a picture here. Here you go. Okay. So why is this one of your favorites?
It's just so crazy weird looking. It's got this crazy 3-foot long head trombone, meter long crest on the top of its head. That is an elongated nasal passage.
What?
So air would go in literally 3 feet, about a meter back, move back around. And so we think they could have, it's like, that's what I mean, a trombone attached to its head. And we think they used it for loud vocalizations for either fighting, like trying to scare away predators, warning about predators, or for flirting, like mating calls. And that's the other thing I love about this is that like, it's got a crazy weird feature, and any weird feature on a dinosaur is almost always either fighting or flirting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fanning, like thermoregulation, but fighting or flirting.
Okay.
So that's why that's for all of this.
What was the name of the other one?
Deinonychus or Deinonychus.
Okay. Here you go, guys. Okay, so tell us a little bit about this one.
So you remember the raptors from Jurassic Park? So that's actually about how big Deinonychus was. But Deinonychus was covered in feathers. The Velociraptor, too, was covered in feathers. Many people know this now. I don't know why they haven't added them in Jurassic Worlds. But I love it.
Weird.
It is... Actually, will you look up the picture? Look up Deinonychus backer, Bakker. The reason why is like these guys we know had feathers now, right? So it probably looked more like a murder chicken, eagle, raptor mashup. But Deinonychus was the first dinosaur I saw when I was a kid that made me like physically scared about the power. Yeah, the first one there about like the power of nature and these animals. Because it was probably the first interpretation of a dinosaur I ever saw that wasn't like slow, sluggish reptile. It was like athletic, speedy, eviscerating, built to kill animal. And as like a kid, that was both incredibly scary and incredibly exciting.
Is it this picture did you send me a picture of this?
I probably did.
I bet you did. I think I'm looking at it right now. Here you go. Hold on, chat. I think, maybe I'm wrong.
One with feathers too. I don't know.
Yeah, you sent me this photo. Is this the wrong one?
No, so that's Deinonychus with feathers, right?
Okay.
So it probably look way more like that than the things you see in Jurassic Park. But that's not
crazy.
The original one. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
The sickle claws are great too.
Wait, yeah. What? Why?
I mean, you're a bird nerd. What would an animal like this maybe use sickle claws to do?
Killing things?
We used to think like disemboweling, but now it's more we're thinking actually going for the jugular.
Yeah.
Even just something to hold down the prey while scary. Just scary.
That is scary. Okay. Let's see another few questions we have. Okay. This is I don't know if this is maybe these are questions that you answer often. Lisa, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. I'm so sorry I didn't see that before. I just noticed that. Solaron asked who would win in a fight? A pack of velociraptors or a T-Rex?
How many velociraptors?
Solarion? We'll wait for this. Is it? Okay, he said 8.
8. Okay, so are we talking velociraptors from Jurassic Park? No, I'm going T-Rex regardless. So first of all, velociraptor is the size of like a medium to large dog, like a large turkey.
Uh-huh.
So no, even 8. Even 8 full size, like Jurassic Park style velociraptors. 8? No, I'm going T-Rex, man.
Okay, nice. Is it true that T-Rex has gained 5 pounds per day? I think I watched that on one of your videos when I was like looking up your stuff.
I thought it was it 5 pounds per month?
5 pounds per month? Okay.
No, that doesn't seem very impressive. It was like 5. I don't remember the number. I remember learning about the T-Rex growth rate and being like, wait, what? How much?
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact number though.
How much do they think that they weighed? Do you know?
The T-Rex weighed like around, what is that, 10 tons, 12 tons?
20,000? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Maybe less
20,000 pounds?
8 to 12. I don't know weights very much.
That's fine. I was just curious, just for reference.
Pounds, though. Maybe I don't remember. I don't remember how much T-Rex weighs.
Okay, well, good question, Celeron. I appreciate it. Okay, another question.
By the way, not all the dinosaurs were huge. In fact, the one on my shirt, Protoceratops, was like 40 pounds.
Aw, that's so cute.
Maybe more. 80? 100? Somewhere in there. I don't know.
Love it.
But come on.
Hi, Nike. Okay, so another question that was asked, and this is the one Will and Locke will bring up the picture that I sent you last and asked if you could add it. Somebody asked, what is... Sertraline asked, coolest underrated dino. So I saw you tweet the other day this picture of this dinosaur that I cannot understand. Hang on, they're gonna pull it up. It has the weirdest mouth. Is this real? Like, is this really what they think it looked like?
This is Nigersaurus, found in Niger in Africa. It's a lawnmower basically. That's what we think. That's
why it's like
on the ground and just munch. Yeah.
That's absurd. It's
also not that big. Like it's a sauropod, which is like brontosaurus, but it's one of the smaller ones, like about the size of an elephant. So like you could probably ride them around.
Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. This is it's so funny. Oh my gosh.
I love every single image of it. It's like going, hey.
Yeah. Okay, other underrated dinosaurs.
That's a good one. Other underrated dinosaur is Coelophysis. You're never going to be able to spell this right. Coelophysis is it's C-O-E-L.
C-O-E-L. Oh, wow.
P-H-Y-S-I-S. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not anywhere close to that.
I have a weird knack now for being able to spell dinosaur names because we talk about them every day. So this is Coelophysis. Cool thing about Coelophysis is it was, first of all, one of the first dinosaurs to exhibit what we think of as like the theropod body plan, which are like theropods are three-toed, primarily carnivorous dinosaurs like T-Rex, Velociraptor, Allosaurus. So this thing is like 100 million years before those. So it was one of the first with that kind of general body plan. But even cooler is that they were the first dinosaur we know that had a furcula. Furcula is a wishbone, right? When you Thanksgiving turkey wishbone, and wishbone is essential to hold chest and breast muscles, which eventually would lead to arms and feathers and wings and flying.
Wow.
So birds should thank Coelophysis for being the first animal with a wishbone.
Cool. That's awesome. We got I Love Dinosaurs tip $5. Frizzle tip $50.
What?
Said, I played Ark the Dino video game for a few years, so dinos are cool. My favorite is Argentavis.
I don't know.
It might be in the game. But cool. Thank you for the $50. Okay, chat might know what we're talking about. We don't. Okay, more questions. Let's see. X-Dom asks, can you talk about the correlation between dinosaur intelligence and brain size?
Sure. You know I can. Okay, so there are different ways to measure intelligence. One of which is like brain to body size ratio. Very similar to that is something we call EQ or encephalization quotient. And they're both, generally speaking, like how big do we expect an animal's brain to be for how big its body is? So like, for instance, Brontosaurus had a teeny tiny brain for how big its body is. So their EQ is like 0.1 or something, versus if it's an animal with an average size of what we'd expect brain for their body, it's 1. Humans are like 6.5. Our brains are huge for our body size. Mm-hmm. So it depends on the type of dinosaur. So most dinosaurs weren't that smart. Some were in like the 0.5 to like 1.5, slightly smarter than we think they should be, or how their brain should be for their body size. Like T-Rex was slightly bigger, its brain. But then there are dinosaurs like Troodon that had an EQ similar to that of modern dolphins.
Wow.
At like 4.5. And some like theropods, like Velociraptor, probably in the 2s and 3s, rivaling, not quite like corvids and crows alive today, but there are some theropods, which again, the three-toed, primarily carnivorous bipedal dinos, many of which led to birds, were some of the smarter ones. But yeah, you can do the same thing, generally speaking, if you can figure out how big its brain is. And the way you do that is take an endocast. So if you have a really well-preserved skull, you fill where the brain would be with some sort of material, and then take it out, or you do a CAT scan, and you can figure out digitally the shape and size of the brain that would have been inside the skull. And that's cool too, because then you can see if it's got, like, for instance, larger than normal olfactory bulbs, like T-Rex does, which would imply that T-Rex had above average sense of smell.
Neat. That's so cool. Thank you. That was a great answer. Jeez. So my team, Will, Locke, and Danny, I just shared a doc with you. I don't know if it's because the names are too long, but I'm having a really hard time trying to write questions while I'm talking. Could you guys help me? Thank you. We do a quiz at the end of every podcast, and with whoever wins the quiz gets a gifted sub or gets to donate an extra $5. But I really need help writing questions this week. I'm also very engaged in this conversation, and I'm having too much fun to write questions.
Maya, wait, speaking of quizzes, we start Dino 101 with a type of quiz every time where the guest expert, I put them through the ringer in what we call dino or not a dino, where I read them 10 animal names and they have to guess if it's an actual real dinosaur that existed or the name of an animal I've totally made up.
Oh my gosh. I would fail so bad.
Well, I'm saying this because when you come to the Zoom room one of these days, you are 1,000% playing.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm down. Zuzu, thank you for the tier 1. Just Megan with 420. Thank you. And Faye with $20. Thank you, Faye.
Wait, did Megan donate $420 again?
Yes. That's your friend.
That's for you.
We're at $538. Thank you guys if you've donated. Thank you for watching, even if you can't donate. I appreciate it. This is cool. Okay. Celeron asked another good question, said, which flying dino has the biggest wingspan?
By flying dino, you might mean two things. One, you may mean bird, which bird has the biggest wingspan, but I assume you're actually referring to pterosaurs, which are flying reptiles and technically not dinosaurs. This is where the nerd really comes out. Okay. So they lived at the same time. Pterosaurs are not technically dinosaurs. They don't have those physical features that would characterize them as a dinosaur. They're equally badass, right? They're the first vertebrates on this planet, long before birds, first vertebrates on this planet to be able to achieve powered flight. And the one with the biggest wingspan was that of an F-15 fighter jet, Quetzalcoatlus. So look up Quetzalcoatlus.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally the size of a giraffe with a wingspan of a fighter jet. And it launched into the air from all fours.
I don't know how to spell it.
Quetzza.
Oh my gosh, that is so... Oh my god. Look at this spelling, chat. Don't give me a hard time for this. This is insane. Okay. Wow. Oh, I've seen these. This is absurd. Oh my gosh. Is this anywhere near accurate? Are you seeing the
No. Yeah, those are accurate. That's what I'm saying. It's the largest animal to have ever taken flight.
That's horrifying. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so cool looking. Wow. Good question, Celeron. While we're going through a bunch of dinos, can we pull up... Oh my gosh, this picture. Can we pull up the photo that has a bunch of dinosaurs and numbers? They're all numbered, and they're standing next to a person, I think, for scale. Or actually, wait, I'll pull it up, because then it'll be bigger.
I have a special guest while you're getting a picture.
Oh, yeah?
This is Maya.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Maya.
Max is a tattoo artist. On Instagram, he's at Max_tattoos. Nice. And he does a lot of really cool science tattoos. Just saying. You know Sarah McNulty?
Yes.
McAnulty?
Yeah.
Yeah. He put the bobtail squid, Hawaiian bob.
Wait, I want a science tattoo.
Right? Who doesn't want
You know what Maya means in Sanskrit?
What?
Necessary chaos.
I learn something new every day. Very cool.
Bye, Maya.
Okay. This picture I thought was really interesting, and I thought... Zuzu, thank you for the 10 subs. I thought it'd be cool to talk about these ones individually, if you wouldn't mind going through them.
Sure. So we talked a little bit about this already. But the one on the ground closest to the person, that's Velociraptor.
Okay.
So much smaller than you see in Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
right?
That's not what I expected at all. Chat, would you rather this picture be on screen, or do you want it big, or do you want to see both of us?
Me?
I figured. No, I'm asking the chat. This is good? Okay, we'll leave it like this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Velociraptor down here.
Velociraptor's on the ground right next to the person, so like obviously a lot smaller than you see in Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park Velociraptors were based on the one all the way in the bottom right, which is Deinonychus, like tied for my favorite. Mm-hmm. They just like the name Velociraptor more, so they went with that. So the biggest one right in the middle that's really feathered is Utah Raptor. Mm-hmm. 100 points to anyone who can guess where they found that. Right, that is the largest of this family of dinosaurs, feathered dinos. Austroraptor, the other big one, I think it's number 3 there. That's an Australian raptor. It's just about as big as Utah Raptor.
It's
but this
so
is the
cool
whole
looking
of the feathered raptors that I think are just very awesome and very scary and very cool.
Is this Microraptor? It's so little. This is so cute. Yeah. That really straight up looks like a bird.
Oh yeah. Look up a picture of Microraptor. That's the other thing, man. You go back like 150 million years in lots of parts of the world. I mean, people have probably heard of Archaeopteryx in Germany, but tons of Chinese dinosaurs in the last few years from about 150 million years ago. They're like right on that gap, like bridging that gap between bird and dinosaur, that if you looked at it, you would be like, I don't know which side I put this on.
Yeah, no kidding. That's crazy. How cool is that, Chad?
Look up Yi Chi. Y-I space Q-I. This is
not how to spell that either. Whoa.
Yeah,
cool.
it's like a tiny Chinese dragon.
It looks like it has like a quail head. That's crazy. Yeah. Cool. Oh, that was me. Okay. Let's see if I'm photos. What is this? The last photo that you sent, it's of a feathered dinosaur. And it has like teeth on a beak. Just confusing.
I don't know.
Hang on. I'll just open it on my end. Here, chat. I've seen this picture in a lot of. It says Baby T-Rex is what it's titled.
Oh yeah, it's a Baby T-Rex.
Oh well.
Yeah. So at the American Museum of Natural History in New York, they have a temporary exhibit right now called T-Rex: The Ultimate Predator. I actually did a video, a whole YouTube video of where like
a T-Rex.
Yes,
oh,
exactly.
That's so good, guys. Go watch that video.
It's like a family reunion. It's all the different T-Rex life cycle stages and their close relatives. Including this is what we think a baby T-Rex may have looked like. And I love those little overbite murder teeth. Those are great.
That's so crazy. Wow.
Now, we don't have evidence. We don't have any direct evidence of feathers in T-Rex, but we have direct evidence of feathers in a lot of its smaller, closely related cousins. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's just a matter of time until we do find that. Because, like, think about, like, Australopithecines, like 3 million years ago, early proto-humans. When you see models of those, we put hair on them because every other primate and ape we know has hair. So it stands to reason that maybe T-Rex also had feathers. All its cousins did as well. But we'll see.
Yeah. No, that's so cool. You sent this picture of quill knobs in what looks like bones. Mm-hmm. So is that where the evidence comes from?
So that's one of two major ways. One way you can see feather impressions like in the rock around the bone, right, similar to like how you leave a footprint. Or in this picture, yeah, you can bring it up if you want. I'm not sure if I think the Velociraptor one or a different raptor, but we found a couple different raptor species. Dromaeosaurs is the larger group that have evidence of quill knobs. So in modern birds, quill knobs are like divots along bone, and they're sites where feathers attach tendons to the bone. So if you find a Velociraptor skeleton with that same set of divots along their forearm, it's a good indication there were feathers attached at that site. Cool.
Nice. Just Megan tipped another $4.20. Thank you, Megan. Jit tipped $10, said, I love this guy and his love for dinos. That's so nice. Thank you. Gal with $20, SMK with $20, $592.20. So we passed our $500 goal, which is huge. Thank you, guys. And Faye, thank you for the 4 months. You're the best. Okay. Let's go through a couple more questions, if you don't mind. They have so many questions today. Everybody has tons of questions about dinosaurs.
Can I show you something? Can we do a quick show and tell?
Please.
So I live in New York, and the pandemic happened, and so I'm from Ohio. I grew up in Columbus, and my dad has an Airbnb here, and all the rentals got canceled because of the pandemic. And so my brother and I are staying here because there's a giant park outside their space. It's a nice place to be rather than stuck in quarantine Queens. And I say all this because I left literally all my dino gear in New York except for like this shirt, the Institute of Mongolian Dinosaurs, and this replica T-Rex tooth. So
no way.
This is a replica of a T-Rex tooth. I call it a murder banana.
Oh my god!
I like it. Wait, hold on, you can't spoil that for no, not now. There's a second.
There's a second show and tell. Oh, sweet. I can't wait. Viewey with $20. Lovely hash browns again with $10. Thank you. Okay, so I've gotten a few variations of the same question, and it's along the lines of, are dinosaurs ever going to be brought back with science?
We're going to be brought back without science. No,
without science.
Are they ever going to be brought back? So, kind of. First of all, kind of. My short-term answer is kind of. My long-term answer is probably. The reason being is people have already tried to genetically modify and started to grow like teeth in beaks that generally don't grow teeth through genetic modification. Like imagine a chicken with teeth in its beak, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Is like the slow step backwards towards velociraptors, basically. So that's kind of already, people are trying to do that already. I don't know. At some point, are people going to try to bring back like an actual like brontosaurus? Maybe. Should we? I don't know.
It's a hard question.
Here's a question. I'm going to throw a question back. Let's say, like, God forbid, this pandemic kills all of us.
Okay.
And then 10 million years from now, some alien species arrives here and they find our DNA. Should they bring us back?
I want to say no.
Yeah, 15. I don't know.
Thank you for the 13 months.
I don't know.
I want to say no. Sorry, chat. We're gone. We had Ben Novak from Revive Restore on the podcast, so we talked about de-extinction. He's doing projects with passenger pigeons, which is pretty different because passenger pigeons were much more recently extinct than I think what they're thinking of bringing back. But it's definitely interesting. There's a lot to that. We had a really good podcast on that. Kyle with $30. Thank you so much. He said Jurassic World. Pog. How do you feel? You like Jurassic World?
I only recognize the original. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Jurassic World is great. No, it's fun to see the different animals and the way they say, even in this one, even more explicitly than like the original ones, like we are building an animal in a lab. We're not like bringing back specifically a dinosaur. So in that way, it's like, oh, it's a fun like thought experiment to go watch how people would render different animals from different time periods, putting different features. That being said, I think they could work on the storyline and maybe the plot point. I don't know. It's fine. It's fun. It's good dinosaur fun, but nothing compares to the original Jurassic Park.
For sure. Okay, that's fair. Michael asked, why do you think learning about dinosaurs is so important?
I think dinosaurs are a gateway drug to science, right? It's not, I don't care how old you are, there's always a base level fascination, curiosity about dinosaurs, and that is an inroads to talk about and study life itself. And I think the more we understand about life itself and our planet and why science is important, the better off literally all of us individually and as a species will be. That's a big, grandiose answer, but I'm sticking to it. I believe
that's great. I love that. Okay, lots of questions about dinosaurs coming back. I think people are somewhat... Roberto asked, can you ask him about the dinosaur with 500 teeth?
I don't know, but it sounds like it doesn't have a lot of teeth because there are dinosaurs with up to 1,200 teeth in their mouths.
Okay, there you go. Oh my gosh.
Line. That's low budget teeth.
That's crazy. Oh, guys.
You didn't have to go to a special dino dentist. That's just your run-of-the-mill out of his garage dentist.
1,200 teeth. Guys, we have what? Like, we have 32 teeth? Is that... I'm going to make myself look stupid. Opossums have 52. and that's a lot. So that's crazy. Okay. Max asked, when and how did people discover dinosaurs or the existence of dinosaurs? So when were they first discovered?
People have been finding what at the time they didn't know were dinosaur bones for like centuries. A lot of times they were considered to be part of like extinct giants or like dragons. And then it wasn't until the mid 1800s that the group or the clade dinosaurs or Dinosauria was formed to kind of put together all these different animals that don't exist anymore. Also, you have to keep in mind that like when Darwin wrote Origin of the Species, this was only slightly after people got into their heads that animals could go extinct, right? So we're not talking more than like 50 or 60 years later that the term dinosaur was coined and we started putting these animals, at least dinosaurs, into a group. But yeah, so that's what happened. And now we keep finding more and more.
Yeah, cool. Good question, Max. Thank you. Faye said, I have 28 teeth. I counted. Okay. I definitely could be wrong.
I love that.
Okay. This is a hard question, or maybe it's not. Zignub asked, what is the best dino-related fact that you have?
How much time you got, buddy? I mean, we've done a lot of them. What's one that we haven't brought up? dinosaurs were alive for an incredibly long amount of time, like the Mesozoic, Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous. That's 250, almost 200 million years they were alive. So what that means is there's actually more time separating Stegosaurus and T-Rex than there is between T-Rex and you, right? So like a picture of a Stegosaurus and T-Rex fighting is less temporally accurate than a picture of like you riding a T-Rex.
That's a cool fact. That's a good one. Wow. Nice.
Also, they were here for so long. If aliens have ever visited Earth, it's much more likely they showed up during the time of the dinosaurs than when people are around.
Okay.
And so
also,
someone should write Aliens versus Dinosaurs, because that movie would chef's kiss.
Yeah, I can't believe they haven't. Honestly, that's really interesting, guys. Okay, I have a question. Dinosaur sex. Is it a cloaca thing? Primarily, or like birds, or what?
But yeah,
Okay.
that's the most we know.
Okay.
Or we think. All we can really say is that it was probably a cloaca thing.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know how else to ask it.
That's fair, because there's no, like, some animals alive today have baculums, which are penis bones. Dinosaurs didn't. We'd see some in the fossil record. So we have to assume, like birds, their closest relatives, they also had cloacas, which, as you know, are one hole to rule them all.
Oh yeah, wait, chat. We've talked about cloacas, right? I think that we have.
I have.
Yeah. Okay. It's one hole for everything.
Yeah.
That's Mindcracker tipped $10. Said, Dustin, would you have a Sinornithosaurus or a Hesperornis?
As a pet?
Yeah.
I think you nailed those. What was the first one again? Sinornithosaurus?
Yes, that was the one.
I'm going Sinornithosaurus.
I'll look them up. I'll show you guys.
Hesperornis, that's like one of the almost like penguin type guys. Will you look up Hesperornis?
Yeah, so here's the first one.
I know what Sinornithosaurus looks like.
Ooh.
I'm into that. I like the small feather guys. Like, we could go running around in the woods together. I'm a runner. We could chase each other.
Oh, fun.
Yep.
Here's the other one. Oh, these are sick. It looks like a heron, but...
Yeah, it's more aquatic.
Yeah.
And they always do the coloration to make it look like a penguin. I'm more of a land creature than a sea creature. No disrespect to my dude Hesperornis, but I'm going Sinornithosaurus.
Wow, that's amazing. What a cool looking...
Good question, though. That's a great question.
Yeah, nice. Faye tipped $5, asked, what's your favorite dinosaur? I think you answered that earlier, but... Oh.
Yes. It is tied between Parasaurolophus and Deinonychus.
There you go. Okay, guys. Super, super, super good questions today. So many. I can't believe it. Yeah, we got bird questions. Nike. Oh, my friend, Dominique. Hi. She asked, why do some dinosaurs have colorful feathers? Are there survival benefits to that?
There's a lot of debate as to why feathers evolved. It primarily involves coloration for winning mates, warmth, staying warm, and potentially as an aid first in gliding or even like flapping arms with more pressure to hold prey down that may have led to flying. But as far as coloration goes, probably, much like birds today, probably intraspecies signaling or mate selection, that type of thing.
Cool. Good stuff. Guys, I know that I didn't answer all of your questions today, but thank you for the insane amount of questions. Dustin, thank you for being so energetic and keeping up with all of them. I know that's a lot. We're at $667.20. For those of you, and Danny just tipped $8. Okay, Danny asked a question with his donation. Oh, that's okay. He said, could a dinosaur acclimate to today's climate conditions?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, today's, let me back that up. Okay. I don't know. No, that's a good question. So the temperature isn't so different. Like, we think about Antarctic dinosaurs sometimes, or dinosaurs have been found in Antarctica, but where they were found, when they were found, was 600 miles north of there. So like much warmer and more temperate. I think it actually would probably have to do with the amount of, I don't know, atmospheric pressure, the exact oxygen content in the atmosphere. Depends on what period of the dinosaurs. I love that idea because we gotta answer these questions before we bring one back, right?
Right.
We don't want to give birth to it, and then it just like takes one breath and like, I'm done. Great question. I love the hypothetical. Yeah.
Hack just tipped $25, so we got us to our $700 donation. Okay, wow. There are a few more questions. I think it's because I said I was done answering questions or done reading questions. Now everyone's donating questions. Do you have a few minutes, or do you have a time that you gotta bounce?
No, we can hit a few. You guys can also hit up on any of my socials.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3 questions in donations. Hack tipped $25 and said, could a human survive a fight with a velociraptor?
Yes. I mean, you remember in that picture we showed earlier, Velociraptor was way smaller than the ones you saw in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
If you weren't careful, it could definitely take you out based on its claws. But I think, yeah, you could medium-sized dog. So yeah. There
you go. Important information. Bernie tipped $5, said, do you think the Loch Ness Monster could be a dino?
No, because that's a marine reptile. It's a type of plesiosaur, a marine reptile. No dinosaur ever lived exclusively in water. I don't want to talk about Spinosaurus right now. That's a whole other conversation. Plesiosaurs, marine reptiles, not dinosaurs.
Okay, he got you on that one. It's like a Boz tipped $20. Said what? Oh my gosh, so many questions. Said what is the closest dinosaur to a cat?
Great question. What is the closest dinosaur to a cat? So it's got to be small. It's got to be a carnivore. It's got to be agile. I don't know. Parvocursor is close. Maybe Sinosauropteryx. Sinosauropteryx.
All right, let's see. Sino.
Especially because I've seen cats with like the same coloration as this one. Sinosauropteryx.
Can you spell it?
S-I-N-O.
I was spelling it with a C. S-I-N. Oh, now it's there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. Wait. Yeah, no, this one. And Predator, thank you for the $3.
No, you put in Sinornithosaurus.
Oh, no. I just took the...
Sinosauropteryx is a slightly different one, but it's okay.
I just clicked the recommended one. Here we go. This looks more like a cat. This is crazy. Right. It's got like
click on the one with the black background. The one with the black background. Yep, right there. I love this picture.
That's so cool.
The one that, yeah, there we go. I love this guy.
Whoa.
Yeah, so happy. And we actually have really good evidence for that counter shading of the white as well as the color variation rings on the tail.
Oh, that's so nuts. This is not what I think of when I think of a dinosaur. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is the last question in a donation. Simply tipped $6.23, said, what's the fastest dino the same size? Wait. What's the fastest dino the same size or small than a human? What's the fastest? I think these may be 2 separate questions. What's the fastest? And is it the same size or is it smaller than a human?
So the ornithomimosaurs are probably the fastest group. So that literally ornith is bird, mimosaur, like mimic dinosaur, bird mimic dinosaurs. So like if you remember in the original Jurassic Park, Gallimimus, there's a bunch of Gallimimus that are running through the field and the T-Rex comes out and like eats one while the kids and Tim are like hiding behind the tree that's fallen down. So yeah, probably Struthiomimus or Gallimimus, really, really long legs. And so we can calculate actually how fast they were based on the size ratio of the upper leg and lower leg, as well as if you find footprints, you can see how far apart those were. Measure that distance. You can use that to calculate these guys. Probably 45 miles per hour tops.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Wow.
And definitely with feathers.
Cool. Very cool. Okay. So many questions. So that's gotten us to $744.43. For the people that are just tuning in or weren't there at the beginning when we talked about it, can you briefly say again where the donations are going and what it is that you do on YouTube?
Sure. So literally every single day at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern, in a Zoom room, we can put the code in the chat. Hopefully it is 544-654-234. That is the Zoom room code. Literally every day at noon, we do Dino 101 with a different topic, different guest experts. We play games. We nerd out about dinosaurs. And it's a really fun time. And so these donations go to support that. I want to start to be able to and even back pay like guest experts because like I want, as science communicators, I'm sure you feel the same way. Like as much as possible, we want to support each other and support people being able to do this, not just as a side gig or even as a side gig. And so I'm a big proponent of like a rising tide lifts all ships. So I want to like help out other people that are doing cool other science work. And so that's where this stuff goes. And plus so many moms and kids and dads send messages every day being like, yo, this has been great. It's great for our family to be able to get together and sit down and have a fun time for this hour while stuck in the house. So you're supporting mental health for everyone during this quarantine as well as good science communication.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And Andy tipped $10 said, sorry if you may have already answered this question, but aren't the raptors in Jurassic Park more like Deinonychus than velociraptors?
Yeah, they're Deinonychus size, and then they just strip them of all their feathers.
There you go. Good stuff. Okay, so $754.43. This was such a cool conversation. Thank you for answering all of these questions. Thank you for teaching all of us. Chat, thank you for being here. This was a little bit different in terms of a conservation cast. Is this a short podcast? It's an hour. It's been an hour.
It's been an hour.
Yeah.
I have a question for you before we go, by the way.
Okay, please. Yeah. Now's the time.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
I don't know what their names are.
Let's describe it and let's see if I can figure out what it is.
Okay. Well, it would be a flying one.
So
and I think the only flying one I can think of is a pterodactyl, which might be a lame answer because I feel like everybody knows what that is. Connor with $45. What the heck? Connor got us to $800. Thank you.
Thanks, Connor. You the real MVP.
Yeah, can I say pterodactyl? That's like one of the only dinos that I know.
So pterodactyls are a type of pterosaur, which is flying reptile, not a dinosaur, but lived at the same time and awesome. So you can say pterodactyl, you can say pteranodon, you can say Quetzalcoatlus now, that giant one that you saw. That's a good answer.
And the one with the ringtail is really cute, but I already forgot the name. Faye said something and I missed it. I'm sorry. Okay. Jebusaurus Rex tipped $50. Thank you so much. So $850. Since you think.
Wow.
Oh,
you guys
okay. Nice.
Love it. I love this. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, is there anything else that you want to plug or you want to talk about before we close up here, or say to the chat or anything?
You come to the Zoom room every day at noon Eastern. Code 544-654-234. It's a ton of fun. And if you miss that or can't do that at noon, I upload them every night to my YouTube channel, which is simply called The Dinosaur Show. But come join us in the Zoom at noon because you can play Dino, not a Dino. We play a bunch of games. It's a good time.
Yeah, so so guys, you can do Command Guest or you can do Command Org if you want to find his socials, if you want to find the Dino Show. Chat keeps saying the second show and tell. Is that still something that you'd like to share with us?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
So, you know what? I'm going to show this to you. I'm not going to talk about it at all, and then I'll say bye to everyone.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. It's kind of a big announcement. You know, I don't like to share personal stuff too much, but I'm having a baby. I'm having a baby.
Oh my god.
It's coming out of this egg. I'm having a baby.
That's amazing. Welch just tipped $150. He said Dinosaur Guy is so cool. Thank you. I guess that's also congratulations on your baby. So $150 from Welsh got us to $1,000 and $1,003. So
stop it.
Amazing. That was sick. That was a cool. Is that something that you brought with you from New York?
No, that's something I found. It locked in the basement of the house next door. So no.
What?
You can imagine as I'm rummaging through like a storage basement and I see this in the corner and I'm just like just
well, yeah, it's fate. That works.
Eyeballs, I think, light up red. I haven't tried to turn them on yet, though.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yo, thank you for having me. This has been a ton of fun. And thank you
for
tuning in, for donating, and never stop loving dinosaurs.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing all this with us. This was awesome. Chat learned a lot. I think they're super happy about all that. And you guys finally got a dinosaur podcast, so hooray. Okay, thank you so much, Dustin. I appreciate it. I'll be in touch soon.
Cool.
Okay,
Thanks.
nice to meet you.
Bye, everyone.
All right, bye. What a podcast. Amazing. I'm big brain now. You guys, I could not write questions for that podcast for my life. There is no way. I can't pronounce those names. I couldn't spell those names. It's too fast for me. I just can't do it. But the good news is I've had help doing it. Thank you, Will, for writing a bunch of questions. Steele with the months. I don't know how many months it was. I don't see it in my alert in my activity feed. I'm sorry, but thank you for the sub. Okay, that was a sick podcast. Dustin's another one of those guests that has just like really, really great energy. He was super, super fun to talk to. I know that we didn't talk about like conservation, but another really important part of this podcast is science communication, right? And inspiring people to care about science and to care about education and stuff like that, and to give experts and people like Dustin a platform to be able to teach all of you guys. So thank you guys for being here. Predator with the 8 months. Thank you. It's okay, Rat. I forgive you. It was informative. Yeah. That was really great. And that's what I love about this podcast, is that you guys are all here and hanging out. And those of you who donate, thank you so much. It means the world to me, and it means the world to those guests to get those donations. And those of you who weren't able to donate, I say it every time, it's still really important that you're here and that you're watching, and that's amazing also. So you're making a difference in doing that and being willing to learn, especially with this demographic you guys already know. So we have questions for the quiz. There are 4. I'm not going to try to write another question. It will be a 4-question quiz today, okay? And that's okay. All right? And you have 20 seconds to answer all of them, but don't panic right now, because I still have to set it all up. So it'll be a couple minutes. Ujita with the 4 months. Thank you so much. A lot of subs today also. Thank you guys so much. So I'm going to go to the quiz screen. I'm going to play our royalty free. I'm going to put everything in the quiz, and I will be back in a couple minutes. Let me open it. Let me open my dashboard so that I can do this before. So I have a head start. Also, I changed my profile picture on everything. I'm sorry if that bothers you guys, or if it weirds you out. All right, here we go. Who cares? Yeah. The reason I changed it is because every time I talk to a guest, every time I would link my Twitch thing to a guest, I felt so weird about the picture. So I made it less weird. I don't know. Okay. Darion. I'll be back in a minute. Get ready for the quiz. Stop question marking me. Y'all need to relax. Am I not muted? So you guys can hear my copying and pasting. I'm not sure if I'm muted, but if I'm not, I'm sorry. Alright, we've made it and I was not muted and I'm sorry. Okay. Here we go, boys. Here we go. The quiz. Here's how the quiz works. 4 questions. 20 seconds a question. If you have to get the most correct and the fastest to get the most points. Make sure you manage access. If you don't allow access, then I won't see your username. I'll only see contestant number, blah, 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 and then you can't win. So make sure you press allow access. You can do it on mobile. You can do it on PC. Viz is linking an image to manage access on PC. Thank you for doing that. If you win, you get a gifted sub from me to this channel. If you're already a sub, then I'll gift you a sub to whatever channel you want, or you can donate an extra $5 to Dinos 101. So here we go. Are you ready? Da 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 da. It's sending to you guys. Here we go. Start game. Which dino had the biggest wingspan? If you think I'm going to say these names, you're wrong. Which one is it? Thanks, Zoro. Oh, Connor got it wrong. Gavin got it wrong. Oh, no. No clue. Who thinks I got that right? I wouldn't have gotten that right. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Reveal answer. 333 of you got that correct. Well done. That's better than I expected. That's really, really good. Good job. Who got that correct? The fastest? It was squid. Spinning squid. Insane. So fast. All right. Too good. 3 more questions. Are you ready? I know, Faye. He's so fast. He's perfect. Okay. How large was a velociraptor actually? Was it the size of a chicken? Was it the size of a horse? Was it the size of a turkey? Or was it the size of a giraffe? About the size. What do we think? What do we think, chat? The correct answer is that a velociraptor was about the size of a turkey, and the ones in Jurassic Park were much bigger. And I don't remember the name of the dinosaur that they were about the size of. A lot of people are upset, and that's okay. 363 of you got this one correct. The person that got it correct the fastest was Sub084. And so far, Blocks is somehow winning, and that doesn't make sense, but well done. Next question. 2 more questions. How many teeth did the dinosaur with the most teeth have? Is it 721 teeth? Is it 1,000 teeth? Is it 1,200 teeth? Or is it 900 teeth? 2, 1, 0. The correct answer is 1,200. Brad, you're wrong. Brad said 3. $431 correct answers. Well done. The person who got that one correct the fastest is contestant number 1849. Make sure you manage access, because contestant number 1849, even if you win, you don't win, because I don't know who you are. Unless I ask chat. Guys, who's contestant number 1849? Who just won? Do you see the problem? Allow access. Okay. Total scores. Josh 58 is in the lead. This is the last question, chat. Okay, it was Nike. It was Nike. She did it. She won. What's the fastest dinosaur? Is it a T-Rex, a Velociraptor, Ornithomimus, or Spinosaurus? A lot of people, I think, are going to guess Velociraptor, but that is unfortunately not correct. $369 of you did get it correct, though. However, and this was the last question. There were only 4 questions today. I'm really sorry to my team that I couldn't write those while I was doing it. We're going to have to figure out something else because it's too much. But who won the quiz this week? Josh 58. He did it. Josh 58 won the quiz. Josh 58, are you a sub to this channel? Oh my gosh. Guys, if he says something, can you just copy paste it? I don't even know what color Josh is. He said donate. Donate $5. Okay. You got it. Let me do that right now. Use Shotterino? No. Okay. Oh no. 2-factor. Hold. Chat breathe. We're almost there. Okay. I tipped $5. Great. Josh, thank you for that. Well done on the quiz. You're so fast. And good listening on the podcast. That was not the easiest quiz that we've had, so well done. A lot of you did really well on it. Today was really good. It was a good first podcast in Texas. I'm really happy with that. It was really, really fun to talk to Dustin, and I learned a lot about dinosaurs. I mean, I don't know anything about them. So those are my favorite podcasts is when I go in knowing very little about what we're going to talk about, because then I get to learn and you guys get to learn with me. And I think that that's really fun. So we're at $1,009. That's sick. Thank you so much for donating. Yeah, you can go to my website, conservationcast.net. Are all the dinosaurs really gone? No, birds are dinosaurs, so they're all over. Twitch is still an untapped reservoir for doing good, even when I'm in Texas and not California. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for being a part of my community. Thank you for the subs today. Thank you for watching. The viewership on this podcast was insane. I really, really appreciate it. I care about this podcast more than anything on Twitch, and I I'm really glad that you guys are all here and that you enjoy it. So, good stuff. I don't know who I'm hosting today or who I'm rating. Oh, S-Band? You want me to rate S-Band's at 6.2. He doesn't need it. Eurob's at 2K. That's good too. Coaster. I'll rate Coaster. I haven't rated Coaster in a really long time. Yo, Coaster. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. This was awesome. I will show you more of my house as I get more furniture in it. I'm sorry about the echo today. Once I get more stuff in this room, it won't be nearly as bad. And it's coming together. It's getting really cozy, really slowly. It's just a long process to put everything together. But this is the new streaming room, guys. This is it. This is the new season. So it'll be good once I decorate it and whatever, and it'll be really cozy. I'm really excited. So thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will see you on Monday for an IRL, my first IRL in Texas, and then I'll see you on Wednesday for a desktop, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Bye. Have a good day. I'll probably see you later on Mrs. Stream because I'm going to go there. So see you then. Bye.